Good morning, students. Today we will see about uronic acid pathway. Last class we have discussed about glycolysis and digestion and absorption of carbohydrate. So today we will see about uronic acid pathway. So what is uronic acid pathway? It is an alternative pathway for oxidation of glucose. Okay. It is also known as glucuronic acid pathway. And why it is important? We are concerned about this pathway because it is involved in synthesis of glucuronic acid, pentosis, vitamin, especially vitamin C, ascorbic acid. So all this synthesis is done by uronic acid pathway. Okay. So dietary xylulose is there that will enter this uronic acid pathway, okay, which can participate in other metabolisms. In most of the pathways of carbohydrate metabolism, phosphate esters are participating, whereas in uronic acid pathway, free sugars are involved. Then formation of UDP glucuronate is the first activation step. So glucose 6-phosphate will be there, that is first converted into glucose 1-phosphate. UDP glucose is then synthesized by UDP glucose phosphorylase, pyrophosphorylase. Then UDP glucose dehydrogenase oxidizes this UDP glucose to UDP glucuronate. Here in the reactions you can see. So glucose 6-phosphate is converted into glucose 1-phosphate. Then glucose 1-phosphate is converted to UDP glucose by UDP glucose pyrophosphorylase. Then UDP glucose to UDP glucuronate by UDP dehydrogenase. UDP glucuronate to glucuronate, okay, then to ascorbic acid. This UDP glucuronate is taken up to synthesis of glucuronides, proteoglycans and glycosaminoglycans. So importance of this UDP glucuronic acid is it is a metabolically active form of glucuronate which is used for conjugation of bilirubin, steroids, then various drugs and synthesis of glycosaminoglycans. All these conjugation reactions are important for metabolism. Okay, bilirubin conjugation and all, and liver function test you would have studied why it is important. And conjugation of drugs is important to make them more water soluble and more easily excretable. So all this major excretory detoxification function, this glucuronic acid plays a major role, UDP glucuronic acid. Then conversion of UDP glucuronate loses its UDP in the hydrolytic reaction and it releases glucuronate, okay, which is reduced to gulonate, L-gulonate by NADPH dependent reaction. So this is the uronic acid pathway, UDP glucose to UDP glucuronate, then that will enter UDP glucuronate to glucuronate, glucuronate, L-gulonate and L-xylulose. So this is the pathway. And this L-gulonate is used for synthesis of vitamin C. So L-gulono 1,4-lactone, then that enters the intestinal lumen, then ascorbic acid is synthesized. So L-gulonate, I told you in the pathway, it is a main precursor for synthesis of ascorbic acid in animals. So L-gulono oxidase is the enzyme that converts gulonate to ascorbic acid. This is absent in man, so we are not synthesizing vitamin C. That is why dietary sources we are consuming. Okay, why we lack this enzyme L-gulonolactone oxidase, we lack. So that is why we can't synthesize vitamin C. Okay, again the same thing, how the synthesis of vitamin C is taking place you can just observe. Okay, so this L-gulonate is oxidized to ketogulonate, 3-ketogulonate, and then decarboxylated to pentose. Which pentose? L-xylulose. It is a pentose. So vitamin C synthesis we saw. Okay, glucuronate synthesis we saw. Now pentose synthesis, xylulose. So xylulose, again it is converted into D-xylulose, okay, by reduction followed by oxidation. This is necessary since D-xylulose after getting phosphorylated can enter HMP pathway, okay, for further metabolism. See, gluconate, 3-keto L-gluconate, xylulose, xylitol, L-xylulose becoming D-xylulose. After becoming D-xylulose, xylulose 5-phosphate it becomes. This enters HMP pathway for further metabolism. That is why it is getting converted from L to D. Then effects of drugs. So administration of drugs, okay, so they increase this uronic acid pathway to achieve more synthesis of glucuronate from glucose. And there are certain drugs like aminopyrin and antipyrin. They are found to enhance the synthesis of ascorbic acid in rats. There is a condition called as essential pentosuria related with this uronic acid pathway. So this comes under Garrett's tetrad. So this you would have studied in one metabolism. So what metabolism it is, go through the textbook and make a note of it. I won't tell you what tetrad and in what metabolism it comes. So there are 4 conditions coming in that. So one condition is essential pentosuria. The incidence of this condition or this disease is 1 in 2500 births. This comes under inborn errors of metabolism, which is inherited. By birth, this will be there. So in this, what happens in the pathway, L-xylulose is converted to D-xylulose, right, by 2 enzymes, xylitol dehydrogenase and reductase. So these enzymes will be absent in essential pentosuria. If this enzyme is absent, what will happen? It will lead to pentosuria. Okay. L-xylulose will be as such. That is a pentose, right, that gets excreted, leading to pentosuria. L-xylulose gets excreted in urine. If pentose is there, that gives positive Benedict's. Benedict's is not only for glucose. So any reducing sugar, any like even pentose, they give positive Benedict's reagent. Then administration of few drugs also might cause pentosuria. Okay, in this condition there is no harm, but it should be differentiated from diabetes. So whenever positive Benedict's comes, it is not only the diabetes. So everything has to be correlated and diagnosed. Next we'll see about metabolism of galactose. Okay, galactose, gala means milk. So it is a 4th epimer of glucose. What are epimers? What are anomers? Again, make a note on that. So galactose, it is a constituent of lactose in the milk and it is taken in diet. So it is not an essential nutrient because UDP glucose can form UDP galactose also. So it is not necessarily you have to consume galactose. So it is first mainly digested or metabolized in liver. Okay, therefore galactose tolerance test, this I have told you in the liver function test. So this serves as a test, galactose tolerance test, to assess the functional capacity of the liver. Okay, majorly it is metabolized in liver. And this UDP galactose is the active donor of galactose during synthetic reactions, anabolism. And this is used for the synthesis, or it is necessary for the synthesis of lactose, GAGs, glycosaminoglycan, cerebrosides, glycolipids, glycoproteins, all this it is required. Next, lactose synthesis. So UDP glucose is there. Epimerase will act on that UDP galactose. So UDP galactose combines with glucose, lactose synthase, lactose is synthesized. So lactose is glucose and galactose. Next, galactokinase is there that phosphorylates galactose to galactose 1-phosphate. This reacts with UDP glucose with the exchange reaction to form UDP galactose in the presence of galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase. And this UDP galactose again is an active donor, and this donates, active donor of galactose to form many synthetic reactions. So this is the flowchart showing galactose metabolism. So you can see first galactose is there, that becomes galactose 1-phosphate by galactokinase. Then that becomes glucose 1-phosphate by UDP glucose galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase. Then glucose 1-phosphate becomes glucose 6-phosphate. Enzyme is phosphoglucomutase. So here you can see the formation of UDP glucose and UDP galactose. How it is, the cycle you can observe. The precursor is glucose 1-phosphate. And UDP galactose can be converted into UDP glucose by UDP hexose 4 epimerase. So in this way, galactose can enter metabolism of glucose, okay, metabolic pathway of glucose. Then alternate pathway for this galactose 1-phosphate. So galactose 1-phosphate phosphorylase in liver, it becomes active only after 4 to 5 years of life. So enzyme will produce UDP galactose and it can be epimerized to UDP glucose. Disorders associated with this galactose metabolism is galactosemia. Disorder associated with uronic acid pathway was essential pentosuria. Here it is galactosemia. So when there is deficiency of galactose 1-phosphate uridyl transferase, galactose gets accumulated. This also is an inborn errors of metabolism. The incidence is 1 in 35,000 births. Due to this enzyme deficiency, the galactose will get accumulated. Okay. This will inhibit galactokinase accumulation, okay, as well as galactose phosphorylase. So there will be hypoglycemia. Then bilirubin uptake will be less, bilirubin conjugation is reduced. So this will lead to a raise in the level of unconjugated bilirubin. There will be liver enlargement, jaundice, mental retardation will be there. Okay. Free galactose, I told you, it gets accumulated leading to galactosemia, and partly it gets excreted in urine leading to galactosuria. Okay. And galactose is reduced to dulcitol. So this is a compound that has a osmotic effect and it will lead to cataract. Okay, there is congenital cataract also due to this feature. Okay, and in renal tubules also it gets deposited leading to tubular damage. How to diagnose this disease? So when there is congenital manifestation of congenital cataract and presence of galactose in urine, and galactose level also is measured in blood, and fetal cells for amniocentesis. Okay, prenatal diagnosis is one way that we can prevent this. Early detection, early treatment serves as a better option for this inborn errors of metabolism. Then heterozygous parents could be detected with elevated galactose level in the blood, okay, after the galactose load. Treatment: if lactose is withdrawn from diet, most of the symptom recede. Mental retardation will not improve, okay, if it is established. If the diagnosis detection is late, it can't improve. Okay, so early detection is very important. Lactose free diet we have to give. Then after 4 years, when this enzyme becomes active, we can give this thing. Galactokinase deficiency is there, so that is responsible for phosphorylation of galactose. So that is deficient, that will also lead to galactosemia and galactosuria. Galactose is shunted to the formation of galactitol. So renal and hepatic complications, they won't generally develop in this condition, galactokinase deficiency. And development of cataract occurs at a very early age, sometimes within a year of birth. So treatment is removal of galactose and lactose from diet. Okay, so this finishes galactose metabolism and uronic acid pathway. Okay, thank you.